before kind of finishing school, I wasn't really faced with anything too creative. I was always had a huge sort of passion for architecture. I ended up basically enrolling on a sort of design course in Hamburg, and just kind of went from there. Met a lot of great people, and managed my way from doing a bit of architecture in the beginning, then just doing a lot of HTML programming, website design, and going to Flash more and more. So kind of, dangling my way through all sorts of different media. A friend of mine eventually got me sort of in touch with a company who were doing Flash-based sort of product tours, and they tried to branch out into more sort of, product films. So I think that's where I made the switch eventually to running their entire film department, because obviously they didn't have one in the beginning, so it was quite nice and easy, a good transition. But so I worked my way up there, and then eventually came to the mill. I think with the opportunity that was given to me, I found it quite nice, because here we just set up the studio, as it was called then, and I got the chance to run the entire After Effects department and build basically on the future of the mill on that side. So today we have a Mill Plus, and it kind of worked out quite well.
I was always going to end up in a creative line of work, but I had no idea at the time what that was. The internet wasn't what it is today, so we were all a lot less connected, and I think, I didn't really know. I came from kind of a small town. I didn't really know what there was out there, but I knew that I was a creative person, so I came at it, as you do, through the education system in this country. It's more of an art-based education. It's more artistic than necessarily specifically design-led, and at no point was motion design even, I don't even think, considered a proper job at the time. So I fell into it, but I did stumble into a course. I found out about a course that was a specific moving image design course, and it happened to be going on at a university just around the corner from where I lived, which was really lucky. So I thought that sounded cool, and I could make a living out of that. I was a junior designer, so it was my first job out of college, and George was the sort of design manager at the studio that we were working at. So effectively my boss, I guess. And it was his idea. I think it was a long-term ambition of his to have his own company, and he said to me one day, do you want to do it? And at that time I was young, and it didn't seem like that big a deal. It was like, yeah, all right, if I'm going to be working with you, and it felt easy, and then we did it. It's funny, we've been talking about this a lot, like motion graphics or motion design or design and animation. There's lots of things you can call it, but I guess at the core of it is design. And I think, design, whether you're in motion or graphic design or furniture or product or fashion, it's, the design aspect and the process that you go through to come up with a solution to a brief, that's the key. That's the important part of what we do. And that's what's important to me. And then you add in like a company, and running a company creates different a set of different parameters that you need to think about as well. And your clients are very important to you. There's a lot to it. It's a big thing. So it's a bigger picture than just motion design. But yeah, I guess the design at the core of what we do is the most important thing, and the process that entails.
Obviously, being foreign, there must be some sort of allure to keep us here, and certainly within this industry, it's just a pivotal point in the global market of animation design and visual effects, anything really. So we have a great luxury to work with America a lot, with Asia, with anyone. In the commercial industry, it has grown rapidly. Without being negative, but the recession has put a strain on the big market of just visual effects driven jobs, and After Effects and cinema have created a niche that is a lot more affordable, so you can create a lot more things a lot more easy. You don't have to go for big budget shoots. You can just use your brain and basically play with what you have at hand. You know, you just have especially nowadays, you get a 5D and you have everything shoots HD. Machines are powerful enough. You don't need massive body or massive workforce. You can just do it all yourself.